Welcome back, studs, to another episode of Between the Studs. This is the first episode of Between the Studs Season 2, I think we'll call it.
Season 2.
We took a little hiatus at the end of last year, so Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We've got Chris, we've got Daniel, and we've got Joe, and we are talking about the 25 rarest items that AtlBrickCo acquired in 2025. We have got
What a coincidence.
it is a coincidence.
It's a great number.
Gosh. Yeah, that's so funny, isn't it? It's almost like it was premeditated or something.
No.
But anyway, let's dive right in. We have quite the spread of things here in front of us to talk about, as well as a few things that we acquired and sold in 2025 that we don't have anymore. So where do we want to start? Chris, do you want to take your first pick?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Oh, I love this one. Can I do this one? Here.
If
Let's
you
talk
want.
about this. This is we found this in the sorting room. We have no idea where it came from. So weird.
Crazy, yeah.
So we get a lot of sealed Lego bags that come in, and when they go down to the sorting room, they just get thrown in a pile, and then I take them home, and I usually go through them and see what we have. We have found some really cool stuff in there. We found the original Watto last year in a sealed bag.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really cool, right? So I love going through sealed bags. It's like a treasure. So this was in there. It's a McDonald's toy at first glance. It's a Lego car, one of those racers. But the bag says TY is in the Beanie Babies. Lips the fish toy animal. And then there's some Chinese writing on the top. And what does it say on the top, Daniel, in Chinese?
Well, yeah, so there's a few strange things with this. I also noticed the heat seal was like kind of poorly done on the end, and yeah, it's very bizarre. So the Chinese script on the top translated to shock box sample or vibration box sample. So near as I can tell, because the other thing is like the Beanie Baby McDonald's toys came out in like 2000, yeah, copyright 2000, whereas the racers, you can see on the thing inside it says copyright 2009 on it, so it's long distance. So near as I can tell, what I figured out from my experience in packaging is that they took an old polybag that they had lying around, they put this Lego racers toy in here, heat sealed it, and then what you do in packaging to test something is you put something in its packaging and you put it on a vibration table or a shock table to see how it will fare with different conditions throughout the shipping process to make sure that your product doesn't get damaged. In this case, I would guess that it's something that Lego requested to make sure that the pieces weren't going to get scratched up or something else, given that this is not the typical type of bag that Lego's putting their products in. So as far as we can tell, this is basically a packaging sample that was used to test for shock and vibration throughout the shipping process.
So it must be worth like $1 million.
Yeah.
Probably $1 million, yeah, if I had to guess. I've never seen anything like it before. As a packaging professional, it's certainly
cool.
something that interests me. So.
You're checking a lot of boxes there too. You got Beanie Baby collectors, which is just like everybody. Lego collectors, which is a few people, and then
Just a few.
McDonald's fans.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which
yeah.
Daniel loves.
Yeah, I did occasionally. But yeah, that's a pretty cool one that we found. So that's an interesting place to start. Let's see, what do we want to talk about next? Joe, you want to pick one?
Wow, watch this.
Okay, yeah, this is good.
Oh yeah, so this is a Lego employee watch. This is really cool. There's several different employee watches out there. This is the coolest one because this is chrome black is the color. It's not that chrome black, but that's the official color on it.
Really? It's not just like a shiny black?
It is just a shiny black, but it's officially called chrome black.
Are the pieces on Bricklink?
Individually, I don't know. I don't think there was a set inventory, but it comes with several different things, including the main part there, and then a few different colors you can switch it out with. I don't know what this brick is. This band comes off. You got extras, faces you can switch out. Yeah, bezels. You're more of a watch guy, but it's cool, and I want to talk about it. You have one similar, but not as big, right?
There were other ones that came in a box that looked like this with the 4 colors on the front, but yeah, it's a much smaller box, and it didn't include nearly as many things. This one, as far as we can tell, was only for employees.
Yeah, very cool to see. I mean, it's unique. It's the coolest Lego watch out there, unless you like some of the other ones. But
yeah,
2015.
Yeah,
there you go.
Pretty
It's not
cool.
all that long ago. All right, let's see. All right, I want to talk about this one. This is the Lego Stanley Cup. So this was as part of the NHL figures and sets and things that we're releasing, which were much lesser known than some of the soccer figs and things like that came out. This was around like 2003, 2004. So this came pre-assembled in this little plastic bag like this, with this seal over the top that says, "Thanks for ordering number 3578 NHL Championship Challenge," which was a standard Lego retail set. So presumably if you ordered it when it first came out or ordered it through some special retailer, this was basically like a little gift with purchase, and it just came pre-assembled with the sticker already on it. That's all it said on BrickLink, but luckily we have this label here that tells you how you got it, and it says, "We appreciate your business." So there's your information on that. While I was Googling Lego Stanley Cup, though, I found another interesting tidbit here I'll share with you. So in 2003, they also made 2 like life-size replicas out of Lego of the Stanley Cup. One of them was given to the NHL commissioner at the time, Gary Bettman. The other was like touring around the country or on display in a few different places. It was stolen while it was on display in Las Vegas.
What?
And then, let's see, after that, let me pull it up again here.
Was it chrome?
Yeah, it was not chrome. It was just, it looks like it's just light bluish gray.
Yeah, it's
but
cool,
it's,
though.
I mean, it's huge.
Good.
It's life size. So let's see. It was on display and it was stolen from Las Vegas. A national search went out to hunt down the Lego Cup. An Arizona man saw an article on the missing cup in the paper and alerted authorities that he had the cup and had bought it for $50 while on business in Las Vegas. The Lego Stanley Cup was returned to the company, and the Good Samaritan was rewarded with Phoenix Coyotes tickets and products from Lego's NHL line of merchandise.
$50?
What a story!
So someone stole
How?
it, had no idea what they had stolen, basically. They were just like, that's pretty cool.
Sold it. I mean, this was 2003,
Yeah,
so I doubt like
still.
Facebook Marketplace was even at it. Maybe
Yeah.
Craigslist or something.
$50?
So
Yeah.
these have some 2x2 round chrome
Yeah.
Lego bricks. Are those exclusive?
They're
to
not
this?
exclusive. They were in a couple other random Lego sets. There's like a Legoland model of a trumpet where it's like the valves on the
They're
trumpet.
very hard to find.
They're hard to find.
Yes,
Yeah.
extremely.
You're not gonna-
That is a
you're not
very
gonna-
rare,
What's this
expensive
go
item.
for?
Oh,
I don't think we've priced this one yet. There's
No.
actually a lot of stuff here that we only got fairly recently and haven't
I'm
priced.
pretty sure that's a few $100 though.
Yeah, there's a listing for it on BrickLink,
So
but there's almost
you're
never
saying it's
any.
priceless.
Well, yes.
I suppose. Yeah.
It doesn't have a price.
I can check again here real quick.
Stanley Cup.
But yeah, there's typically not a lot of sales history on the. Yeah, okay. Well, there's one available in the U.S. right now for $300.
Well, see,
Wow.
I said a few
So-
$100.
Yeah, there you
Is
go.
it new?
That's it. It says used.
This is
Complete
literally
from a
new.
non-smoker house, no box or instructions, but there is no
But
box
this has
or
literally got
instructions,
the label on it. This we have more information than BrickLink does on this.
Yeah,
based on that.
It would seem so. It would seem so. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go just to satiate some of our Bionicle fans out there.
Yeah.
We'll start with the Bionicle Nikes. These are unfortunately it's a kid size unless you have super small feet.
Which is fine.
3.5 to 6
What are you
feet. So these are unused and they're gold. And from what I could tell about these, you can switch out the front.
Yeah,
See
which
how
is
you
really
can
cool.
kinda,
They pop off.
Oh, really?
They're very similar to Crocs.
Yeah.
They have that same feel to them, and
Yeah,
I
it's like
bet you
snapped
could
on
put
there.
gibbets on these as
Maybe.
well.
Yeah.
The neat thing is some of the Bionicle shoes, like obviously you can take this off, but there was other ones that would have a different mask that you could switch them out if you
Yeah, we
wanted
had
to.
some like grayish,
Yeah.
silverish ones.
So they had
before.
like 6 different colors total, and apparently gold, from what I can tell, was the rare, like
I'd never
hard to
seen them
get
before.
one. So these are priced at $400, and they're worth every penny. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that.
that's pretty unique.
They on the inside they've got all the Bionicle symbols.
Oh,
If you're buying something like that, you're probably not going to wear them
Yeah.
anyway.
Right,
So it
so
doesn't
put
really
'em-
matter
put
if
'em
it's
on a
not your
shelf.
size.
Yeah,
But yeah,
true
that's crazy.
Bionicologist would wear something like
something
that.
cool I think is on the bottom. It looks like a bunch of stud holes the way they did it, the tread.
Which
is
I was
neat.
just going to comment on. It's cool, but it's also, I mean,
Not.
that would be system, which is inherently
Not
not
Bionicle,
Bionicle.
yeah.
Right.
Which is
Oh,
kind of
well.
interesting there. But yeah,
Minor
super cool.
details.
Super cool. Let's see. Let's talk about some other Bionicle clothing here. As part of that one, we also had the this hat and scarf here. Now, I couldn't find a lot of information about these. There was some other merchandise that came out from this same year. This was like about 2000. I thought I had written it down. 2008 is what it says. And this was, it says Lego Wear, and it says Kabuki.com. Produced by Kabuki under license from the Lego Group. So there was some other merch around this same time period that had this same kind of
Very unique.
stylized letter B on
Yeah.
it, which I had never really seen before. There was like some shorts and I don't know, what else was it. There was a couple
Yeah.
other pieces of clothing, but this beanie and scarf we'd never specifically seen. But it's got a little Bionicle tag on it.
It's got the Lego tag.
It says
on
Lego
it,
tag on it.
It's really
and also
high
the tag
quality.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice. The Kabuki company, the only information I could find was that they do still produce some winter wear, some jackets and things, but couldn't really find a catalog of prior clothing they had produced. For
And
something like
I've
this.
not seen the Bionicle represented with that bead.
Right. Well, that's what we
Yeah.
were confused
Yeah.
by. So I
It's
mean,
really strange.
as far
We
as we
only found
know,
a few things that had that font on it. It's
This-
very strange.
I don't know how rare this is. This could be extremely rare because, like Daniel said, there were some with that bee, but not these. It was different items. So
Yeah.
very, very hard to find at least.
Very peculiar.
Very neat. Yeah.
But there you go. There's some more Bionicle clothing for you. All right, Joe. What do you got for us?
Oh man, I might as well talk about some cube dudes.
Oh yeah.
I'll just grab one of these over here. These are cool. They're extra cool for one specific reason, because this edition right here. So all these were numbered. There was only 5,000 of each of these made. This was a Star Wars Celebration, and then this was at San Diego Comic-Con, same year, 2010. But you could get these to put together if you went to both of them. I don't know time period of how close they were together, but they were all marked with a number. So this is number 1,520. But there are some super rare ones, which this is one of, that is limited edition number 0000. So it's numbered, but it's numbered 0. So this was an employee exclusive. Only a few employees got the ones that were unnumbered, which are called sample. And this is super rare. This is actually sold already, but we have time to film before we ship it out. So this one is sold, and this one has not yet. So if you're interested in one of these, you can still get this one at least. And then we have a not sample version of
Just
this, I
another
believe,
one
as
with
well.
a random number.
So yeah, these are super cool, but seeing it with the rare sample edition is really cool, because that's something we've never had before until this year or last year.
Some bonus info if you don't know much about cube dudes or what they are, why they look so weird. So it says on here, there's like a little cube dude logo, and it says designed by Angus MacLean, which, if you know anything about a lot of different things relating to Lego or other things, Angus MacLean has worked for Pixar. He worked on Lightyear. He also directed the Bernie short that accompanied
Really?
WALL-E. But he's had a history with Lego because he designed the WALL-E Lego Ideas set. He was the fan designer, even though he worked for Pixar. He's also big on Instagram still. He does a lot of stuff with that. As part of working on Lightyear, as the story goes, he had actually prototyped the design for some of the ships, which the ships are a
In
very
Lego?
central plot point for Lightyear, out of Lego that went into the movie, which was then made back into a Lego
set.
set.
That's so funny.
Oh, wow.
He's very enmeshed with the history of Lego as well as some bigger things.
It's interesting because this is 2010, which was before the WALL-E idea set. So this was just the first thing he did with Lego.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Do you think he still has those Lego Buzz Lightyear ships that he based the real one
I
off
would keep.
of?
I would keep
That
that.
would be
Probably.
That would be priceless.
Yeah.
He does a lot of stuff. I think this is just something that he had started doing as mock designs, and then it caught on and became popular. He still does things where he'll do a whole series of videos on his Instagram about different stuff. Like right now he's doing these little giant headed transformer things. He was also making all these modifications to the Blacktron set that came out last
the
year.
Renegade.
Yeah, so pretty cool little extra tidbit there for you. Whose turn is it? Back to Chris?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm going to cover a bunch of stuff in
Yeah,
one
sure.
shot here. These are the Lego Store Grand Opening exclusive commemorative set. This one here is the Baybrook Mall, Houston, Texas. There's nothing special about this except the instructions. It's just a printed piece of paper.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not super exciting, but it's rare. It's hard to get.
Right.
That one has a sticker sheet.
Yeah, this one's cooler.
This one is the Lego Store Grand Opening at the Concord Mills Mall in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's got an exclusive sticker sheet in there
Yeah,
that
that's
says
cool.
Concord Mills. And what I like about each one is this one's Houston, Texas, so you've got the space
Right.
shuttle, and then this one's NASCAR for Charlotte Motor Speedway, and then we've got
Yeah, there were a bunch of them.
got a whole
down there.
bag of them here from the stores. And what they're doing, they were doing this before. They're not doing it now, from
Right.
what I understand. Now they're just doing the minifigures.
Yeah, it's not nearly as exciting.
But
There's a generic set, and then they'll give you a printed tile when you come in that you could add to the set or something.
this is a King of Prussia Mall in Pennsylvania, which is near Philadelphia, so they've got the Liberty Bell.
I was got the crack in it too. That's cool.
Does it?
Does it
Yeah.
really?
Oh,
It's
neat.
like in got the color, right?
But that's cool. Yeah.
Nothing exclusive about that one. We've got Chandler, Arizona, Chandler Fashion Center.
Nice little cactus with like
Yeah.
a cow skull.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I'm sure all these are still open because from what I understand, Lego's really only closed one location, Birmingham.
They
Really?
technically closed the one
North Point Mall.
North Point, but then they reopened in Perimeter Mall,
Perimeter.
which is not far.
Yeah.
From there.
Okay.
There's probably
Technically, yes, but
Let's see.
basically a relocation.
the
Yeti.
restaurant.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Was that
There's
Braintree?
the Braintree, Massachusetts, South Shore Plaza, and it's a baseball player.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Pretty
That's
cool,
sick.
but again, nothing exclusive about it except the instructions.
It's tough that Lego won't give us baseball stuff.
Pretty neat stuff. If you're a fan of that store, I mean, these are gonna go down as being nostalgic.
Yeah,
you know.
right.
Next up, let's talk about some LEGO Managers Conference figs. So every year, LEGO Retail puts on a conference for all of the managers of the LEGO retail stores, where all of them go from all over the country to one location to, I guess, learn how to be better LEGO retail store managers. And for about 4 years, they were issuing a different exclusive figure to give away at those conferences for
Very
whatever
cool,
managers
yeah.
came, as a sort of a little bonus. I don't know, what do you call it?
Incentive?
Party favor?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. So from the years 2015 to 2018, we had these 4 different figures. So in 2015, we had the zombie figure.
Started
when
with
it
the
was
best.
hosted in Houston, Texas. You got a little male and female head there. They got the Lego apron on as well, which is pretty sweet. Then in 2016, we had the Zach the Lego Maniac. This is
Which
what
is
I would
pretty
say is
crazy.
the best.
It's a good one.
Yeah, he's very cool. Zach the Lego Maniac, of course, was a sort of marketing character that appeared in commercials and magazines and Lego promotional materials for a number of years in the, 80s and 90s probably, maybe even into the early 2000s. And let's see, that year was hosted in Orlando, Florida. Then in 2017, we had the Magician here, where it was hosted in Atlanta, Georgia. And then the final year that they issued a minifigure for 2018, we had just a little camper. He's got a little map and a backpack. Still wearing the yellow apron, which is pretty cool. Let's see, was the Magician?
Yeah,
they
he's
were
good,
also
yeah.
wearing the yellow apron. And that one was hosted in Clayton, Georgia. So two
Wow,
in
really?
Georgia,
2 in Georgia?
one in Florida, one in Houston, Texas.
I don't
But I
even
think in
know
other
where
years.
Clayton is.
It doesn't ring a bell. But
Clayton, Georgia, did you say?
Yeah, I've never
Clayton,
heard of
Georgia.
that.
Huh.
Any idea?
No.
No, sorry if you're from Clayton.
Yeah, sorry.
I wonder if
Don't
it's
take it personally.
Clayton County.
Maybe.
That
I don't know.
would make
That's
more
just what
sense.
it's listed as on
Yeah.
Bricklink. But there you go. So these are a very cool, super exclusive thing. Not like, Lego employee gifts, but these were only available for the managers or employees who actually went to those
they're
special
not
conferences.
employee gifts. They're actually way more rare.
Right. Well, and the thing is, like, employee gifts for Lego sets, a lot of them are given to employees who may just work for Lego but aren't,
Right.
like, that passionate about it. If you're a manager of a Lego store, you're
gotta be
probably
into
pretty
it.
passionate about it, and this is the kind of thing you would want to hang on to.
Yeah.
So less of them make their way back out. It's like the Lego design seminar
Right.
sets they've been doing the last few years. Those people are, like, big Lego fans, so not a lot of them are going to, put those up for sale. So you just don't see as many of them.
All right,
out
Clayton, Georgia is up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. It must have been like a mountain resort.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Makes sense why it was a
Probably
camper,
good year.
too.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, kind of interesting. All right, Joe, what do you want to do next? Take your pick.
I want to do this one because it's cool and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
shiny.
Aww.
Oh, sorry, Chris. This is, congratulations, you have found one of 10,000 limited edition Lego C3PO. So this is, you can't see him because he's in this bag, but you can see a little piece peeking through the hole there. But this is chrome gold C3PO. And as far as I know, this was just in sets, right?
Randomly
Yeah.
inserted into sets. Yep.
From, this is made in what, 2007?
2007.
Yeah, so
for the
2007.
30th anniversary.
Yeah, so this literally, you opened your set from that time period, that wave. You might have got one, you might not have got one, but if you did, you were a big winner. It came in this really nice bag. Finding these still sealed is actually incredibly hard. Usually you'll see the C3PO because, the display ability is not the same as you want to open it and see the shiny gold fig. So having this sealed is really cool. But yeah, this is sick. We haven't had one of these sealed in a long time, if ever.
Yeah.
So that was cool to see when we got that one in. And one of 10,000, that's very limited for a worldwide product.
I remember being at a convention, Brick Fair, Virginia, probably 2013, and a kid brought one of these up to me and said, you know, hey, what would you give me for this? And at the time, it was worth maybe $200. And I looked at it and I was like, you know, they didn't chrome underneath the arms.
Right.
That's one of the ways they make fake ones.
Yeah. That's
They're
one way
actually
to tell.
the fake ones look better than the real
Right.
ones because
Yeah,
they're
they
chromed
do.
under the arms. They take the arms off, they chrome under the arms,
They put it back.
and they put it back. But Lego didn't do that.
No, they like hold the arms go
Yeah.
all the way back, so then if they're forward, you have little spots that are missing, and then inside one of the legs, they put a little piece to hold it, so the inside of one of the legs is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I looked at it. I was like, this doesn't look good. This is terrible. I don't want this. What's it worth now?
$3,000.
$3,000? Are you kidding me?
I believe it.
Yeah.
They go up a lot. You see them on like Whatnot streams and things like that.
I remember when you could buy Mr. Gold for $500 to $800 when he first came out. He's
Well,
up there too.
all right,
I
yeah,
would say,
let's
yeah,
go ahead and talk about
perfect.
Mr. Gold. So this is something we also acquired last year. We have already sold this. But in now over 10 years, or at the time it was
Yeah.
just under 10 years of being in business, we had not once had a Mr. Gold traded in until
Right.
this past year. So
First
that was
one ever.
kind of a big milestone. You know, people always come in asking about it. We even downstairs, one of our like storage closets, we have a little joke on there. It says Mr. Gold Storage Vault,
Right.
as if we, have lots
We
of
made that before we had gotten to Mr. Gold before.
Yeah. But what I want to talk about between both of these, so there were 10,000 of these made, and there are 10,000 of the C3POs.
Right.
And there are things that they have made a lot fewer than 10,000 of that are not as rare, but because of all the marketing materials and promotion that went into it, it was a thing that a lot of kids wanted, and those
Right.
kids become adults and they have more spending money, and so people just go absolutely crazy for this stuff. I mean, people were trying to weigh their sets with like really sensitive scales to see if it had that extra thing thrown in. Same thing with like Chrome Vader, because it was a
Right.
random insert. The set would technically weigh slightly more.
So speaking of weighing sets, we do have that set with the sealed set that has, what is it, the Republic frigate? That could have
no,
Could
not,
have
the,
a-
not the frigate. It's the Tainted 4 with the Chrome Darth Vader.
Right.
That it could be.
The
Don't
tainted
we,
that
and
could
we
have.
one
we
right
have
now,
one,
and
so
we're gonna open it
Yeah, we're gonna have
to find out if it's in
cool
there.
video at some
Well,
point.
like you mentioned, we filmed a short or something. It also could have a smooth hair Leia. in it.
Exactly, because that happened once here.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
He opened it right in front of us.
But
It was
anyway,
crazy.
yeah. So
But Mr. Gold, same thing. So only 5,000 made, but because they, did so much marketing for it, people still have that, repressed, childhood desire to seek out Mr. Gold. And
Right.
so, like I said, even though there are many, many things that Lego has made fewer than 5,000 of, it's skyrocketed in value. Do you remember what we sold to Mr. Gold
yeah,
for?
it was opened. So obviously there's some that come with that card. Unfortunately,
their
the guy had
certificate with
lost
the
it.
code,
Like
yeah.
he was an original owner, the guy who sold it to us. But him and his kid put it on display. They lost the paper.
Yeah.
But we sold it for $6,000.
Yeah. I don't know if you can still use those codes or not. I know at the time it was something to do with like you think registering a set now on
Right.
Lego.com with the QR code on the instructions. Maybe it unlocks something on Lego.com with a game or something.
Yeah, I wonder how many, if any, are unfound still.
So
Yeah,
at the
hard to say.
time, you could go on a map and see where people
Right, 'cause
were. I wonder if you can still
Oh.
do that.
Yeah, because it was like this many have been found, and here's where they've been
Right.
found. So
They were definitely trying to do like because they were blind bags. It was supposed to be kind of like a Willy Wonka golden
Right,
ticket
exactly.
kind of thing, where it was like you would just randomly open it, and be like, oh, I got Mr. Gold.
I
But
mean, imagine that.
people
That would've
were
been
people
crazy.
were feeling for him.
Oh,
People
yeah.
were hunting for him, and even now, I mean, you can't buy like a sealed box of Series 10 figs for less than several $1,000s because theoretically there's
It
still a
could be,
chance.
yeah.
So it's wild. All right, let's see. We kind of went back to me. Chris, you want to do another one?
Sure. Oh, let's see. These two go together here.
Yeah.
Let's put off Bionicle for a minute. Oh, here we go. This is a gold pin. All right.
So this is to me this is kind of boring. It's a Lego mechanical. I mean, I'll take it off your hands if it's boring. If you don't want 10 karat gold filled, which means it's not like pure gold. It's gold filled, so it has the value of like silver. Interesting. So the silver value of this, you're looking at maybe $60-$70. Give or take.
So what's super cool about this is that apparently it was only one of 5 given out, and it was given out by the CEO of Lego. Don't know a lot of history about that. That's just word of mouth.
Right.
So
It's pretty cool though.
being only 1 of 5 and having real gold in it, it's priced at about $800. That seems about right.
Right.
Nice.
For the rarity factor, at least.
It's a heck of a deal compared to Mr. Gold, who is not
real gold and
Piece of
$6,000.
There was 5,000 of them made. This is
Yeah,
fine.
come on, guys. This is
Just
a deal.
buy this.
Yeah.
It's a deal. We should increase the price on this. Whoa, where did that come from?
Watch out there, it'll get you. Let's see. We had gone.
It's fine. You just
I
go.
I think it's your turn.
Okay, fine. I'll fix something. I'll talk about Yoda. I mean, Yoda. I'll talk about. But that was
Yoda. No, I can't.
great. This is the Toy Fair New York I Heart. My bad. Sorry. Yoda. This was only given out at the Toy Fair, and then also there was another event, right?
Toys R Us Times Square.
Right, but the heads were different, which is they're pretty
You
common
actually
heads.
did get it right. This is the light bluish gray one, which is the Toy Fair version.
but
The
the-
white hair, for whatever reason, they were the same year.
They're the same thing. They were just given
What
out
year was
differently.
that?
2013.
Yeah, I see. Best Lego Star Wars year to date so far. But this is very cool. It's true. It's true. The box art's beautiful. Actually has Yoda on it. Anyway, back to New York I Love. Classic New York shirt. Obviously switched around to sound like Yoda. The torso is the only thing unique on this fig, but it is very unique. So the first time we'd ever had one of these was earlier this year, actually. This is the second one this year. The first one we got, sold it to a good customer, and then we got another one in recently as well. And this is like another, gosh, I forget how much it is now, but he's like $3 or $4 grand.
This is better condition than the first
This
one
is,
we
yes.
used.
Which, funny enough, he was telling me the other day he's glad his is yellowed because it means it's real, more real. Like he's like it feels
Okay,
more
yeah.
authentic. It's like
Sure.
I'm not worried. So I mean, which was cool.
Sure.
Obviously, it was
Somebody
not as,
loved it.
Not as
They
yes,
cherished it.
Do
it
we
was.
know how many of those remain?
I don't actually. I don't know if there's a number on that.
I didn't write it down, but I'm sure I could find it.
Yeah.
Keep
I
talking.
mean, it's one of those
So-
things. Sometimes when they give away stuff like that, it's just kind of a random number.
That
It's
was,
ended
you
up
said
in
that
it.
was 2013.
Yes.
In 2013, I set up at New York Comic Con, and Lego always sets up there.
They didn't that year?
set up there that year because they did this.
At Toy Fair
And
and
they
Times
blew
Square.
like their advertising budget on this. And I think they also did the X-Wing around that time.
They did.
too,
No,
that
that was
giant
that
one.
was the Times Square event. Was
Yeah.
that big X-wing? Yeah.
So they didn't set up at New York Comic Con, and it was before all the fake Lego was out. So I was the only vendor there with Lego.
That was probably a great
And
year.
It was amazing. It was so good. We came back the next year.
And it was.
Lego was there. Guess what the free giveaway at the Lego booth was?
What, 2014?
2014. Two things.
It would have been Comic-Con stuff like these.
They were
These were
unveiling a new
2013.
theme.
2014?
Yeah.
Nexo Night?
Yes, a Nexo
Oh
Knights
no.
poster.
Oh, I remember that.
That's
yeah.
right, I forgot
And then
that.
the
We had one of those.
the Bionicle mask.
Yeah, we have that actually, I think. That's crazy.
Very, very disappointing.
That, yeah, Nexo Nights and Bionicle. Bionicle
Yeah.
good, but that was the time where they were still trying to just keep it alive a little bit, so not nearly the same.
According to this, the Times Square version at least was limited to 1,000 copies. I don't know about the Toy Fair version specifically.
Fair.
But another fun tidbit with this, there were also a very limited number of like larger sculptures, kind of like we got the Keebler elf over here. We haven't talked about it yet, but there was like a larger sculpture, brick built sculpture of this as well. I know Ryan
Remember that,
has one.
yeah.
I think there's only a few of those out there.
That's pretty neat,
That's way
yeah.
more limited even than that. But nice extra little tidbit. All right, back over to you, Chris. You want to talk about
Already?
next?
Okay.
It's your
Well, I
turn.
really want to talk about this one, but I don't know much about it, honestly.
I don't either, so
I
Daniel's
know-
got the list.
So this is the white Boba Fett keychain, and I've had quite a few white Boba Fetts. The prototype Boba Fett. They gave it out at Celebration in a little poly bag, and then they also had this really rare kit that we had that was a
The
book.
book. Yeah.
Right.
And it was a
Which
Clone
Orlando
Wars.
actually has one.
Orlando
somewhere.
does have
Do
one
they
right now.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very cool.
We had one and we sold it to Ryan.
Uh-huh.
The keychain, I don't know anything about. I don't know where this came from.
So
There's
the
two different
keychain,
ones.
yeah, there's two different versions. So this is the slightly more common version that was, I say common.
Yeah,
Obviously, this stuff is all still very rare.
Not as rare.
This version was given away at the 2010 Toy Fair, so still a Toy Fair giveaway. This is the version that does match the one in the polybag.
It looks like it does to me.
It's got the 3 dots in the lower left, and it doesn't have the circle with the like
Right.
2 little things sticking out in the upper right. So this was just a giveaway at the 2010 Toy Fair to attendees of the Toy Fair. There's somewhere I saw some source that said it was only 150, but according to Bricklink it was 1,500. So I'm not sure if one of those was a typo or not.
It's a big difference, Daniel.
Yeah,
You need
it
to figure
is.
that out.
Well, one of them made a typo. So.
Right.
The other version, though, that does not have the 3 dots, that has the circle, was supposedly an even more limited one that was only given to employees or something, also having to do with that Toy Fair in that same year. So potentially an even rarer version out
Yeah,
there
so
in the keychain format.
I would go as far as to say this is the most expensive Lego keychain, other than the other version.
Probably.
Because I can't think of another keychain
Probably.
that's
I'm
gonna.
sure there's some
This
weird
is
rare ones.
this is several $1,000s.
See, so another thing is the desirability.
Right.
So
Yeah,
like
that's
the
for
desirability of this pen obviously is a lot less than Mr. Gold.
Right.
But then you got the desirability of Boba Fett,
Yeah.
white Boba Fett. I mean, that's
It's
huge.
incredibly hard.
I mean,
to find.
look, so it's like, does this count as a keychain? There's like a 14 karat gold Bionicle mask.
It's a necklace.
Yeah. That's.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
just-
Oh, my bad.
Come on, man.
My bad. I'm sure there's some other ones.
But I haven't done research on that. But that is one of, if not the most expensive Lego keychains there
For
is.
sure.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
since I don't know much about it, I'm not going to talk about it. So I'll move on to Bionicle.
Perfect. Yes.
Joe, you want to hold that
Yep.
skateboard up?
I'll be your
So
mall boy.
this is the All-American
Thank you,
Rejects and Lego teamed up together to promote Bionicle back in like 2003 or 4 or something like that. And
Mid 2006 is what I said.
2006. And there was a really neat ad they had that was it was like a fake news broadcast.
Free the band.
And you can go on YouTube and you can see it. And if you go to
It's
Free
really
the Band,
funny.
I don't think anything comes
I
up.
doubt it.
It's a funny commercial, and it's a kid, like a news broadcast, and he says, yeah, the All-American Rejects band were out on their yacht, and they disappeared off their yacht off this mysterious island.
Super
So,
funny.
apparently what happened, what's those Bionicles?
Paraka. They,
Yes.
they were
Paraka.
kidnapped.
Kidnapped by the Paraka.
Kidnapped the All-American Rejects.
Mhm.
And they have a...
And by buying Bionicle products, you can help the Toenica
Yeah.
free them from their imprisonment, I
They
guess.
had a contest, and if you won the contest, they had 3 places, first, second, third, something like that. And the skateboard was part of one of the prizes.
Mhm.
So, from what I understand, there might be 3 or 4 of them out there.
It's pretty
Maybe
crazy.
5. It seems like they make 5 of stuff.
That's true.
Right?
Could be 1 of 5.
Yeah. So this is a very rare skateboard. What's the other side look like?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
got
just
the
showing
wooden
it.
deck on it.
It's all wooden like this.
Mhm.
So there was a grand prize, a first prize, and a second. I guess that's like first runner-up, 2nd runner-up. The grand prize was a trip to an All-American Rejects concert for 4, a travel with the band on the Gibson tour bus, meet the band, entire 2006 Bionicle set collection, as well as an autographed Bionicle comic, Nintendo DS Lite with a copy of Bionicle Heroes for the DS, a guitar signed by the band, Free the Band / Bionicle skate deck, one of these, $2,000 payable by check,
Bruh.
Free the Band t-shirt and poster, and a copy of the All-American Rejects.
Okay, that is the most baller prize.
Yeah. The first and second prizes were just, fewer of those things. You still got the Nintendo DS, the signed guitar, all 6 sets, a comic,
get the
t-shirt
skate-
poster.
No, so
Well, what's
skateboard.
That is
funny is in
weird.
first place you didn't get the skate deck, and
But
then
the
in basically
second
in
place-
second place you did get the skate
But
So
you
that's
didn't-
at least
but-
2
but you
skate
didn't
decks?
get all
Yeah.
of the signed copies
Yeah, kind of
of
strange.
the sets.
Kind of strange the pricing structure according to
Some,
this
some,
wiki
and you had to
page
go
anyway.
online and
Okay,
register for
so
this.
guys, there's at least
Yeah,
2.
there was freetheband.com, and then there was rockyacht.com and inikaunite.com. There
and
were a lot of
some,
websites
you know,
here.
some kid did that and won all this stuff, and their parents are like, "What? How did you get this?"
Yeah, right. This
Yeah, and he
this doesn't
screwed
feel-
trucks onto the skate deck, and he went out and he skateboarded on it, and he probably ruined it.
Yeah.
He scratched all the stuff off of it, but I'm sure he had a good time
I will
with it.
say, if you're looking at this and you see scratches on it, it does look like there's scratches on it, but that's part of the art.
Yeah, it's just part of
It's
this.
This,
supposed to be
this is
raining
brand
now.
new, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is sick.
Very cool. And then, the patch here as well was part of that. I don't know if that was more promotional or actually part of the contest. Maybe that was something that was more accessible to people.
Yeah.
But very cool.
Yeah, pretty
Very
sick.
cool. Gosh, is it back to me already? All right. Well, let's see.
Back to you,
What do
Dave.
we want to talk
Daniel,
about?
this one's right up your alley here.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So let's talk about just kind of.
That doesn't look like anything.
Let's talk about employee gifts in general. We kind of touched on it a little bit earlier as being slightly more common, but what a lot of people don't know about LEGO employee gifts is that, I don't know if this is still current, but at least at one time, kind of in the mid-2000s, you would receive a LEGO employee gift that was a LEGO set, which is the ones that most people think of, and then a non-LEGO item, but
Right.
still LEGO branded or related. So the employee gifts that most people think about, which a lot of which we've also had this year, you've got like the Ole Kirk's house from 2012, the wooden duck from 2011, the hub birds from 2014, Borkum Riffgren with the windmill, the Nutcracker. We also had a Christmas X-Wing.
Yeah, the Nutcracker, I will say, is the one I've seen the least out of all of those. It's just not as common.
Jago one, wasn't there?
There's
Yes,
a Ninjago
I
one,
actually,
there's a Friends
I have
one.
that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool ones. There's
Celebration.
stuff for everybody. There's like a train related
The
one.
Christmas
$50.
X-Wing
There
is
was
the
a
one people think of.
holiday game.
Yeah,
we
we
have
have
that.
that. We have
Yeah,
that
we
one.
do have it.
One of the most expensive ones we actually have is like one of the dumbest ones. It's the little heart. It's
Yeah,
just like
it's
a
like
heart in a
$300.
box. That was one of them because it was like
2009.
yeah, it's like one
Real
of the
early.
oldest ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the gear items that you could get each year, there was a different one every year. So this year was from 2012. This is a 7-in-1 game set. So it's like a chessboard, but it's got checkers in it and backgammon.
It's
and
really
probably
cool.
Chinese checkers or something. So
You have this, right?
I do have one of these.
that's
Yeah,
where I've seen it.
it's kind of a generic looking thing that I think they just kind of put the LEGO logo on the front
But it's
of. But
cool.
cool to have. One of my favorite ones though is 2011. There was a set of 4 glass tumblers, 2 of which have like the wooden duck on it, and the other 2 I think just have like a 2x4
You got that
brain.
too, right?
Yeah,
I did,
We
yep.
got that.
Yeah.
Yep, we've had one since then too.
Yeah,
It comes in a
we've
big
had one.
box that looks like a book, and it says the LEGO Group, past and present.
It's
and
really cool.
inside
yeah.
the cover, you open it up, and it's got basically the letter from the CEO, thanking everyone for their hard
You know
work.
what?
and
I've
whatever.
seen Lego ashtrays before, and
Yeah.
I bet they
Oh, yeah.
they came.
There's a Lego
Yes.
lighter. There's a Lego. There's like a wooden box of wine. We've talked about a few of these
Yeah,
crazy
there's some
things
random stuff out there.
between the studs before. But yeah, there's also what was the other one we had a while ago? It was like a rolling cooler or backpack or
Oh,
something.
the one that we did that
But it
video
had
with
a
Austin.
speaker or a radio. Yeah, we did a short with I think Austin or something.
Yeah.
I was looking at that again today. So yeah, anyway, there's a lot of cool like non-Lego employee
Right.
gifts. There's also like a camping chair. There were blankets, but these are some of the cooler ones for sure. Just as a little extra thing for the employees to enjoy.
Yeah.
So there you go. We have one of these right now. If you want one of these game sets as well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The next one I'm gonna pick is this because this is cool and unique, and this is
Yeah.
also the first one we've ever had. We've had a lot of firsts this year. So this is the Star Wars Miniland figures Toy Fair 2011 Collectors Party giveaway. So this was it even says that on it. Lego Collectors Party.
Woohoo! Party.
Wow.
I didn't know that was a thing. It's clearly I doubt a thing anymore. But this is number 29 of how many do you think?
500.
102.
Oh, that sounds right.
502? No, it's 125.
Oh wow.
So there are
That's the weird
very few of these. These
Well,
are
how much does that
extremely
go
limited.
for?
This is 7,000.
What?
So what this is, and
I've never even heard
I
of
have
this
it in this case. Actually, this isn't. Yeah, it is taped. What this is cool. You can see the pictures on our website if you pull it up. But this is like magnet closed, and you can open it up, and there is a glued Miniland Han Solo and a glued Miniland Chewbacca. Then there's a third slot on the far left here, and that's what this bag is. So when you got this, they gave this to you. You had this display, but this is the Miniland Boba Fett parts in here and instructions, so you can build the Miniland Boba Fett and put him in your display. So getting this not only as with the box and the set, but still unopened. I mean, it's a Ziploc bag, but still you have all the instructions, all the stuff there. This is really sick. This is super cool. If you're a big Star Wars collector, this is a must-have. It's $7,000, but it's still incredibly unique and one of the coolest boxes too. Like that just is very appealing to the eyes. So I think this is sick and something really cool to have. Again, first time ever, so pretty sick.
Absolutely.
Set this aside over here so it doesn't get broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. There's all the info on that. All right, let's see. Back over to you, Chris. What do you want to do next?
All right. How about the Keebler elf?
Yeah,
God,
that's
This is
pretty
super
This
cool.
is
I
cool.
was working
Don't
the
drop
counter
it.
actually when it came in, and somebody brought it in. They bought this at a yard sale.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he brought it in, and he's like, "Hey, how much store credit can I get for this?" And I'm like, I'm drooling. I love
Yeah.
stuff like this. It's glued together. It's the Keebler elf. for
Right,
those
everyone knows
listening in
what
on the
it is,
podcast. It's got the Keebler elf logo
Do you know his
down
name?
here.
Do you know what his name is?
Kibbles?
No, not Kibbles.
Keebler.
Wrong. No.
Jim.
Ernie.
Dang
Tiny
it.
Elf.
Okay.
E.L. Fudge.
And
Elf.
it's got 2 Lego stickers and the Keebler elf sticker. It's in great shape. It is
Yeah.
glued together. Apparently they made these for grocery stores to promote Keebler. And this was probably some grocery store manager had it, and he probably sold it for nothing in a yard sale. The guy asked me, and I said, I don't know. I don't really want to resell it. So we would be getting it for a display. I don't know what kind of price to throw out there. I've never actually owned one of these before. So he said, how about 150 in store credit? I was like, wait. He said, how about 100 in store credit? And I was like, oh heck yeah. And then he was like, unless you want to give me more. And I was like, I'll do 150.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, it's a good, again,
we
something cool.
We
and
don't have a
unique.
price tag on it.
Yeah, it's just cool to have around.
I don't
honestly.
know how much I would ask, but everything's for sale. We
Right.
are a store. I think I would be a little over $1,000 on it.
Yeah, it's pretty unique.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Pretty special.
But we're fine sitting on it.
And they've made a few things like this. There was another one that we actually had here for a while that a customer of ours had brought in, and it was another Harry Potter thing. It was
Yeah.
like a stack of books with a Hedwig on
Yeah.
it that was as part of some limited giveaway.
Did they get that back?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one down in Orlando that they have right now that I believe is also for sale. They've been making a lot of videos
yes,
with it though.
Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter. He looks like a minifigure, but it's cool. He's got the scar. I don't know if it's like a sticker or a
It's
print
pretty
or
neat.
whatever.
He has
He's
a
got a
cape.
cape, which is pretty sick. The only information I could find on that one was that it had more to do with Toys R Us or something like where if you purchased the DVD copy of, I don't know, probably one of the Harry Potter movies, one of the first ones, and that it was from 2002. So they've got some more information about that on their page as well, so you can check that
Maybe
out. It's really cool looking.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
No, probably older than that.
Oh, okay.
2002,
Okay.
before that came out. All right, let's see. That covers both of those. Joe, you want to do one?
Yeah, I'll talk about one we don't have here, which is really cool. We've had 2 ever in the lifetime of the store in this condition, which is the sealed Cloud City set.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we've gotten one before, I believe it was 2023, which was the first time we got it, and that sold to a good customer. And then we got one this year, and we had that one for not very long again, and it sold. It's just finding
That first one we knew almost exactly how long it was.
30
because
minutes.
We put it out for sale. Well, it was during. I thought it was like 45.
It was
but it was
not
during a
long,
live
yeah.
stream. It was during one of our store tours.
Yeah.
So those who watch our store tours get first
We
dibs on stuff
spent
sometimes.
all this time
we
clearing out that
it was-
case because
we-
it was the
we
only
did,
case it was
yeah.
going to fit in.
We even put a whole thing around it. We wrapped it so pretty, and we were like, "Oh, look how good it looks!"
Yeah.
And then, boom.
We were doing the live stream or something, and you're like standing there, like pulling the sheet off of like a piece of acrylic or something,
Yeah,
and you're like, it's sold. And you're like, okay, why
Oh,
bother?
well, right. But yeah, we got one this year. It sold already as well. But the box was pristine and beautiful, and it's just always so cool to see that because that is such a hard set to find in general.
Yeah.
But again, sealed in a good condition box.
We do
It's
have
crazy.
one used in
We
the
do.
box.
We
right
have
now.
a certified pre-owned with box, which is still with box is incredibly hard to find.
But all the figures are there. They're all in
Yeah.
like new
Sealed
condition.
is what is crazier, but also way more expensive. Like you can't open that. So
All right, let's talk about.
those are up your alley.
Yeah, I can talk about those. Let's talk about business card minifigures.
Business.
Business. Thank you.
Is this working?
Thank you, Unikitty. No, it's not. All right, so they're. I don't know if they. I think they still do them because
Probably
I've
do.
gotten one from a Lego employee within the last 5 years or so. But only certain Lego employees get these, and these are effectively their business cards. These are minifigures that have their phone numbers and email addresses printed on the back of them, and they would give them to business associates or whoever they needed to have their contact
Pretty much
information.
anybody who asks, they'll
Yeah.
give it to.
Right. What's interesting to me though is the types of employees that get them, because I've asked like Lego designers before, and they're like, "Oh, we don't get those." But then there will be people, who are, more desk job based people, which it makes more sense, but not the people that as collectors we would want because we don't know their names as well.
Like, where's my Mike Psyche one?
So we can look them up on LinkedIn and things.
Yeah.
But there are obviously ones for big names, the CEO, Kjeld Kirk Christensen. We've got a Jorgen Vig Knudstorp here. I'm sure I've mispronounced that, but he was the CEO of Lego from, let's see, I had the years written down here. Where are we?
He was
He was the CEO from 2004 to 2016.
Yeah.
So he basically saved the
Brought it
company
back.
from bankruptcy there in those early 2000s. He was the one that said, like, we need to refocus on the brick. We need to start shedding a lot of these other things that we're doing.
He nailed it.
Brought it back from the brink.
Thanks, Norm.
Let's see, who else do we have here? We've got Skip Kodak, and then we've also got Michael McNally. We were looking a few of these up. Most of the information you can find is from their LinkedIn pages. If you have a LinkedIn account, you can see some information on them. So let's see, Michael McNally has held several different positions at the Lego Group, including assistant PR manager, brand relations manager, brand relations director, senior director of the Americas Brand Relations. So he's just kind of been climbing the ladder here. But he's been there since November of 1999 was when he started as an assistant PR manager. And then let's see, up here at the top, February of 2024 to present, head of global markets and channels communications.
That's pretty big.
So, you don't know when this minifigure could have been from. He could have been, lower on the chain back then. This may have appreciated in value since then. One of my favorite ones, though, here, we got Mr. Kevin Hinkle and his minifigure. So a little bit of a sad story with with Kevin Hinkle here, but he no longer works for the Lego Group, but he was in charge of, like, all of the fan relations for all of North America.
Which is why they probably gave him his own printed face.
Yeah, he has a unique
A lot of
face.
characters, most of them don't.
All of
he
these
has
are not unique
printed
except for
legs
the torsos.
and face.
My understanding, because he has a background in graphic design, so now that he's no longer with the Lego Group, he's done a lot of graphic stuff. My understanding was he was actually doing them himself and having them custom printed, and I think he actually got in trouble for it, because there's a couple different versions of Kevin Hinkle business figures on different colored torsos and with plain or standard faces, and I don't know, it may have been a point of contention at one point, but very cool to see nonetheless, for sure. Well, there you go. There's business card minifigures. Joe, what do you got next for us?
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about these guys. They've just kind of sat here this whole time, but these are Comic-Con figs, and we get Comic-Con figs in, throughout the years. We've gotten good ones before, but we have some killer ones right now. We currently have the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, which is sick. Obviously, that's the most expensive Comic-Con. Yep. Yeah. He's $15,000 because he's just incredibly hard to find, and it's what he is.
2013.
All of these ones, I think, were
they
2013.
Are all 2013.
Was the best year for Comic-Con.
I also just realized it's interesting. They all have the same background art. It's just the Marvel ones are red and the DC ones.
Yeah. So we also have this is the black Superman suit, which is really cool. This one is, I think, $8,000. He's super hard to find. But there's a Green Arrow as well, which we have. Same thing. He's got the blue backer card from the same year. And then the Spider-Woman, which is a really good figure in general. Like, a lot of these are usually cool, unique figs. But this is such a good comic accurate figure. I mean, Chris is a big comic guy. This looks just like she does in the comics. And we've only ever gotten this one that was a Spider-Woman in that era. We got a movie recently that would have been similar, but no Lego sets off of it. So that one's probably the most unique of these that we have right now. But we've gotten so many different ones. The one that will forever haunt my nightmares and dreams is the Comic-Con Azog that we currently have.
He's out there right now, Joe. You can just buy him.
Since you've wanted him, his price has gone up like 3 times.
Yeah, and that's fine. He's going to keep going up.
Okay. He'll never really have a complete collection.
That's correct. Yeah, as a Lord of the Rings collector, it irks me because as $4,000 Comic-Con fig that I own the minifig of because he comes in a set. He's not unique. The only unique part is that piece of cardboard. Anyway, yeah, really gets me.
Keep it up. Maybe we'll
My
start
favorite
a
year
for you.
for the Comic-Con figures would have to have been whatever year Deadpool Duck came out.
I think it's 12. I think it's 2012.
That was my favorite.
Or 15.
No, I'm thinking it has to be
Maybe
after
it's
this.
later.
Because I think 2013 is the first year that they came in the clamshells. Because 2012 was Orlando earlier this year had a Shadow Leonardo and the Krang, and those were still on the.
So we opened our
just
store
the
in
cards.
2015, and one of our customers went to San Diego
Yeah, it must have
Comic-Con and brought it back
Must have been
for
15.
us.
Yeah.
So
15
it was
or whatever,
after
yeah.
15.
So 16.
So it must have, because it was late 2015.
Oh, I guess it's
so
maybe
it
it was
had to have been
16.
2016. And
I remember, actually,
next
it might have been
year-
17, because I feel like I remember that.
Yeah. Then the next year, the Sheriff Deadpool came out, right? Which I
That-
like.
yeah,
I like
that's
Deadpool
true. Maybe
Dark
that's the
better.
one I was thinking of.
And that's one we haven't seen that one come back.
Neither
around.
one of those, like
Yeah.
those are two of the hardest ones to find. But that's also just Deadpool in general for you.
I'm more of a DC guy, so some of my favorite ones, there's like the Zura and R Batman one.
I was
and
right.
We've had that before. Have we ever had the Bizarro?
Yep.
Have we
Yeah.
had that one before?
Bat
That's a
Zorro.
cool one. Well, that was
Yeah,
the Bat
yeah.
Zorro. Was,
Um,
you could get that with a DVD.
Deadpool Duck was 2017, because I was working here at that point. And then Sheriff Deadpool was 2018 the next year.
Those
So-
were all in the clamshells. The other ones that weren't in the clamshells, yeah, it was the Ninja Turtles ones that were on like the manhole cover,
And then
and
the
then the superhero ones were like on the newspaper.
the Green Arrow,
Black Spider-Man.
the
We
Batman.
got some of those right now,
We
too,
have
don't we?
those two. We don't have the Black Spider-Man, but
So
we
those
have
must have been
the Batman and the Green Arrow on their
Earlier,
newspaper.
10, 11, 12, somewhere in that time period.
Really cool.
We've had a couple of good hauls for Comic-Con figures.
Yeah.
One time I was set up at New York Comic-Con, and a guy, he was a photographer, and he did the photography for Marvel or something like that. And so he went to all the Comic-Cons, and he got they just gave him the figures, because I guess they don't pay him much, right? So they give
Yeah.
you stuff.
Yeah.
It's an incentive.
And he had a lot of each. He had
Dang.
3 or 4 Black Spider-Mans,
That's crazy.
3 or 4 Supermans. He just had
Right.
them all.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, I really don't want these, but my daughter is really into Lego right now. Can I trade them to you, and I'll just pick out figures for him?" And so I gave him. At the time, this was a long time
Right.
ago. It was like $1,500 in store credit, and
Which
he got
was a
all
lot,
like
yeah.
knights and castle stuff.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Nice.
Also, at that same convention, we were selling the light up Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And at the Lego booth that year, the guy who designed the light up Darth Vader was an older gentleman.
Uh-huh.
He came over to our booth and he was like, "Oh, I designed this
That's
figure." He was
cool.
from Denmark.
That one specifically, or like
that
designed
that
like all the light
specific
up
figure,
figures?
he did the artwork.
Wow, that's cool.
Interesting.
And he was in a case like
I thought it was
this.
the same artwork as the other Vader.
And I did not even, one of these minifigure display cases, I didn't even think about it. I should have had him sign it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that'd
tough.
be cool.
We were so busy. I didn't
Yeah,
have time
right.
to chat with him.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do another one here. I'm gonna do a store display. So the UCS X-Wing, the very first one that came out in 2000, had a very unique store display, at least for the Toys R Us ones that we've seen. And we have one of these down in Orlando right now. They built the set, glued, and then I guess they ran it through a bandsaw and they cut it in half. And then they put half of the model in this store display, which has a mirror for the back. So if you're looking into it, it kind of, sort of looks like the
It
whole
does
thing.
look like a hole.
But it makes it so it didn't have to be,
Right,
as deep
huge.
sitting on the shelf. What I did not know about this, because I thought, what happened to all the other halves? According to Bricklink, left and right half versions of this store display also exist.
Makes
So,
sense.
if they glued it
no
and cut it in
corporate
half,
waste.
I
I've
guess
only
there's
seen
no
the
waste.
right side.
Me too.
Because I think we've had 2 ever, and it's facing to the right, so it'd be the right half, yeah. But according to Bricklink, and I found some pictures, there are left and right halves
It's pretty
out
crazy.
there. They swap which side like the plaque was, and
Again,
there's a
it
little
makes
clear
sense.
acrylic
Less waste.
sign. So yeah, kind of a cool little fun extra tidbit there for you. But as far as store displays go, one of the more unique ones, definitely one of the more older ones. So I would say more collectible. Star Wars, of course, as well. Very cool stuff. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I'll do this last set we got here on the table. This is pretty cool. This is the first time we've had these as well. This is one of 500, but this is numbered. Well, I'll tell you what it is first. This is a mini Republic dropship Brickmaster pack. So this was also a Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive in, was it 09, I think? Yeah, 09.
Yeah.
What's really cool about this is it comes with a polybag, just the ATTE Brickmaster polybag, so a little bit of a bigger polybag size. But the unique parts that come in the set is a build and instructions for a OT, a dropship, to pick that ATTE up and fly it around, which is really cool and unique because the only other dropship they've made is the really big, huge
one.
expensive one,
Yeah.
which was also 2009, I believe.
Yeah.
So good timing for that. This is really sick box art too. I think this is really cool, especially if you're a Clone Wars guy. But yeah, like I said, only 500 of these made, and this is numbered number 508.
508 of 500.
Of 500. Yeah. So
Wait, what?
yeah, exactly.
Huh?
So it's Sharpied in here. Every one of them has the number written down. You know, it's of 500's printed, and then they write in the number. So
Interesting.
they made a few extras to give out to employees. So
Yeah.
this is even harder to find because this is number 508. So this is over the 500, which is cool because it's that, like we said, that sample style.
Sure.
So really cool, really unique to get that. It's crazy to see. I was like, wait,
508 out of 500.
I was like,
yeah.
wait a second, that's kind of weird.
That's the case
You
with
know what
almost
would
all
be
the
the most
giveaway
valuable
type
one
stuff.
is the 501st.
501.
That would
Right.
be crazy.
That'd be
Yeah.
Good number. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of other good numbers. You get 332 or.
Or number 67 would be a good.
187th would be cool.
I don't remember that Clone Legion. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Hmm,
I think that was led by
They
I'm
were
Gonna
the
Die.
sewer-
We can't
They
do
were the
this. It's
sewer
2026, y'all. We gotta leave this behind.
I can't wait for 2067.
Sure. All right, let's see. We got one.
I think I only see
two,
2
three,
things left.
Yeah.
four. Yeah, let me do one. The last one I think that we don't have in front of us. So Overwatch, there was a canceled Overwatch set. This was after there was some drama with Blizzard Entertainment. Lego yoinked the plug and said, oh, we're not giving you that set. However, a lot of them got out there, and there were 2 figures that were going to be exclusive to that set, one of which was the Tracer figure, which we had another Tracer, but this was a
Different
an
outfit.
updated version. Yep. So that was figure code OW100, which you will not find on Bricklink because now
No.
that Lego owns Bricklink, they can just start yanking stuff off of there at their own whims, which they've been doing for years anyway. They were pulling off like business card figures and things that were never supposed to be circulated, but it takes a little bit of
Right.
away from the the whole catalog idea of Bricklink. And the other one was the May, which is the totally exclusive character.
Yeah.
They never made
Yep.
another version of May in the other ones, and that's figure number OW101. And we also have both of these available
Yeah,
right now.
which
so
is really cool. Both in
a lot of good
Orlando.
stuff. In Orlando, yep. So there you go. There's some interesting canceled set history.
Yeah.
There have been lots of canceled sets. There was like the Osprey.
Yeah.
From a few years ago. I don't think we've ever had one of those in the store
We,
that I
no,
know.
we've had
Really?
the
I
Osprey.
think it's
had a couple
We've had the
of them,
Osprey.
They just sell pretty quick.
I think twice. And I will say we've actually had the whole set for this. Some Titan mech is what it is.
Yeah,
We've
the
had
whole
the whole set once before as well, which was really cool to see.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Joe, do you want to do Luke's Land Speeder here?
Oh, we have 3 things left. Yeah, I'll do this one. There's
One,
also
two,
that.
three. Yep.
Yeah. This one is cool though. I was really excited. I was like, oh, this is, I was going through this collection. I was pulling stuff out, and I was like, this is kind of cool. This is just the old Luke's Land Speeder. It was like, maybe we'll certify it. And then I started reading this bag a little bit, and it says, Lego Systems Shows and Events, 1998. And I was like, well, Lego didn't start till 99. That's kind of weird. And then it says materials, the set number, glued. So this was the model used to display showing it off in 1998 at
Probably a
show
toy
and
fair.
event. Yeah, something to show it off. But the really cool, unique part of this, which it gets me excited every time I talk about it, is this. You're not gonna be able to see it, but we'll do a close up. This is a chrome hilt, like we got in the early wave, except for the fact that this is a completely different mold. It looks way better to me, and I'm mad we didn't get these as the normal ones. Probably just for some reason they didn't do it. But it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot smoother, doesn't have as much bulkiness to it. I think it looks incredible. I've never seen this before. None of us had seen one in person, and even some of the collectors out there like Ryan or Samuel with Rarest minifigs hadn't seen it before.
Yeah.
The only person I talked to that was like, oh, I've seen that before was Daniel. Because
well, what's funny about this is a lot of people I think are maybe aware of its existence. It's very well documented, and I'll tell you why. Because it appears on every single box art and set of instructions for every set from the 1999 wave. So this was the prototype model
Right.
for the hilt, which they used for the product photography shot. So if you look at your the cover of the instructions, not
Right.
inside the instructions, or your box arts from any of your 1999 sets, you should see this
Slightly different
prototype hilt.
hilt, yeah.
It doesn't have the wider flanges at the top
Yeah.
and the bottom. So there's evidence of it out there. Not a lot of people are aware of it for whatever reason, and almost nobody, even in the highly rare collectibles community, as you mentioned, has ever actually seen one in person.
Yeah.
So this is probably one of the coolest things we have on the table today.
Yeah,
I
this
would
is
say.
super cool. It will be for sale. It is for sale. We just haven't priced it yet because it's
It's
so
literally
hard.
priceless.
It's
Yeah.
so hard to price this.
Well, because this land speeder, like you said, it could have just been the ones that went to, sure, you know, if there was a toy fair or whatever, you know, they had that toy fair giveaway that's that cardboard
It could
box.
be the one on the picture.
It could be the one
it
from the
definitely
picture.
could be.
Yeah.
It's very possible because
hard
this
to
was
say.
made for the shows and events. So.
It's hard to say. This could be the one on every single box art that they made. But,
Yeah, pretty wild.
yeah, that lightsaber hilt is definitely the coolest thing in
It
there.
does say on here, collection number 1 of 1. So,
Does it
you go.
really?
yeah,
There you
Huh.
go.
right there.
Yeah, that's right.
So, there you go, 1 of 1. Really cool, really.
Really neat.
Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing that because I had been aware and seen those pictures of it, and I was
But
like,
you didn't
wow,
know they
I wonder if
actually
those exist somewhere. You know, you assume that stuff either went home just in employees' pockets
Right.
or it got, you know, thrown into the plastic wood chipper basically and ground up so that
Right.
they wouldn't get out. So you just never know where that kind of stuff ends up someday. All right, 2 things left. You want to talk about this one, Chris?
Oh, let's talk about
do
the
you wanna-
Bionicle mask.
Yeah, about
That's I would say that this one's worth more than the Bionicle mask.
All right, we'll find
All right, so that is, gosh, I don't
Kopaka.
out. Kopaka.
the Kopaka mask, and that was part of a Bionicle promotion that Lego did in the early 2000s. They had these trucks that they turned into like Bionicle trucks, and they had these giant canisters on top of the trucks. They had some artwork on the side of the trucks, and each truck, there were 6 of them, had a different mask on from the Bionicle line on the front of it,
Right,
and that was on the white truck.
right. Makes sense.
I wonder what they did with the caps of the trucks.
Yeah, I know. That
That'd be
would
cool
be
just
crazy.
to have the whole truck.
So
Yeah.
actually, I dug up a lot more information about this.
You've
So
got
the
pictures of
thing
it.
on top, which was called the suva, it basically looks like the canister,
Right.
apparently flipped down off the top of the truck onto the back, and it was a prize
that's
wheel.
so cool.
And you would spin the prize wheel.
man.
It's also
Yeah.
got like a different mask in the middle of it. It says "Find the Power Tour, Summer of 2001."
That's so
And kids
cool.
could spin it to win one of the following prizes: Bionicle comics, CD-ROMs, Kanohi, Krana, Upper Deck card games, Matoran alphabet decoders, Andy McDonald labeled skateboards, which Andy McDonald was apparently a big part of this tour as well. He was a award shelf bending X Games skateboarder, so I guess they got him on board with this whole tour thing as a promo. T-shirts, hats, wristbands, socks, airwalk shoes. So let us know in the comments if you had ever seen or heard of this tour. Apparently they just drove these vans around to
That's
places
crazy.
where they thought that kids who would be into Bionicle would
That's
hang
so
out.
wild.
It literally says they would go to
Skate
skate parks, sports camps, skate shops, ballparks, little league and soccer games, organized skating league events, and anywhere a concentration of the target audience, 6 to 12-year-old boys, would be hanging out.
That's wild, man. That's crazy.
But there was no like listed tour schedule, so it was like randomized.
They
you
just
just had to
showed up.
hope you would
So they were driving
find one
around
by
looking
luck.
for 6 to 12-year-old boys.
in their vans.
In their vans,
In their
yeah.
vans, yeah. It
That's
sounds really great when you put it that way,
Yeah.
for sure.
So it's made out of fiberglass, and it was made to be
It's
on the
pretty
front of
solid.
a car.
Oh, yeah.
It is solid.
It's
It's
quality.
got a metal bracket on the inside, and it's been mounted to the wooden stand there, and that is a one of one.
It is literally a one of
It's
one.
a one of one. It's
Yeah.
the only one
Yeah. It's
in
sick.
existence for Kopaka.
And I mean, for being on the front of a car, it's in pretty good condition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some
We
bumps
need
and
to
scrapes,
update our
but
listing.
The 2002 tour was called the Power Lies Beneath tour. Was the one that was the following year, and they had vans that also had masks in the front, but
not
the
nearly
vans
as
didn't look as
cool.
cool as
Yeah.
the 2001 ones that had the whole canister
coach,
lid and
bro.
the prize wheel and everything. So
That's
very crazy part of Bionicle
Yeah.
history, and yeah, definitely a very unique item to have as a part of that history.
And we've put a price tag of $10,000 on it.
Yeah, I
It's
mean-
worth every penny. We've had a couple of
Yeah.
offers on it already. People showing interest in it,
Yeah.
but we're not in a hurry to.
right. If you
So-
want to buy it, go for it. But
Yeah.
it's cool to have it on display and be like, hey, look at this.
It's one of those things I would. We don't ever have to part with.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, we got our final item here. I actually didn't find a lot on this one, so this one's going to be probably up to you again, Chris, here if you want to talk about it.
All right. Well, from what we understand, Lego, when they made prototype figures, they would print a sticker
Right.
torso out, put it on the figure, front and back of this one.
Right.
And if the part didn't exist, they would recreate it in a different way. With this one, they took a C-3PO head and they painted it white.
And not just like, yeah, they did painted it.
This is K-3PO,
Yes.
the white C-3PO that came in the Hoth set.
2007.
That was
yes.
a Toys R Us exclusive too, wasn't it?
It might have been.
Yeah.
Set 7666.
I know. I'm pretty sure it at least had that limited edition box art on it.
So this is a
Probably was. 'Cause
Prototype
this was the one that also had those
K3PO,
like
yeah.
marbled rock pieces.
Right.
and
I think it was limited.
it's probably the only one they made.
Right. Yeah.
I don't
it's,
see why they would
it's
have made
unique.
more than one. We've had quite a bit of interest in this one as well, and we have absolutely no idea what the price it at. We were just talking about the, I want to say Alan Jackson, but it's Peter Jackson.
Oh yeah.
The Peter Jackson minifigure,
Right.
which how many did they make?
20, yeah.
of those. And somebody just bought one for
$38,000. Yeah.
People
this
weren't even
is
aware that existed until
I
like
know.
last year.
It was
year
very
before.
recent.
And hey,
yeah.
Peter Jackson in the Lord of the Rings is very popular.
Yeah.
It's not Star Wars.
No. Yeah.
And this is C-3PO, basically.
K3PO.
It's K-3PO, but it's C-3PO.
Right.
You
It's,
know what I
it's
mean.
more unique. Yeah.
This is very iconic, very
Did you ever
classic.
look underneath the head
Um,
to see? Is it like the lighter
Actually,
gold
no.
color?
I
Or
haven't-
the
No, let's
standard
not
chrome?
take
Yeah.
that off.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it on there.
Sounds scary.
It's a painted C-3PO head. You
Right.
could chip that paint.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and the torso's white, so
It's well done.
Yeah.
It's it was done by a professional. I mean,
Right,
It looks
yeah.
awesome.
but you can tell it's clearly
Yeah.
been painted. So yeah, really cool. Because I'm assuming the way this happened is like they have these promo shots like we're talking about with that chrome hilt, same thing. And so it was put in this promo, this picture. They put it on display, and they need a placeholder because this fig's coming in the set, but production's not done yet.
Well, no, this would have been even earlier. Than
I guess
that.
that's true. Maybe
This
they were
is
like
when
trying to
they're,
figure
like-
out how to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, in looking at like prototype sets and things like
Uh-huh.
Citron and some of the other stuff I've looked at, they would do stuff like this as part of it. They would call them like sketch models, which is where they would do kind of like a focus group with kids or whatever just to play with it. Or yeah, this could have been for preliminary photos for discussing in marketing meetings
Right.
and things. By the time they would have gotten to actually doing, box art or displaying it at a toy fair or something, they almost certainly would have had the mostly
Right.
finalized figure.
In the bag with it is the C-3PO as an example.
Right.
Is what that is showing everyone, hey, this is what the C-3PO looks like. This is
K3PO,
the
yeah.
K-3PO is going to be an identical model.
Right.
Right.
Because the
It's
white
white.
paint color doesn't
Well,
really
yeah.
match the white of the Lego, so
Right.
very unique
That's
items
super
there.
sick.
Well, that's our 25, maybe plus a couple bonuses, rarest items that we acquired here at AtlBrickCo and Orlando BrickCo
Right.
in the year 2025. So hopefully there was at least one thing on the table here that you'd never ever seen before. Let us
sure
know down
hope
in the
so.
comments what your favorite one was. If you have any more information that maybe we weren't aware about
Yeah.
any of these, we'd certainly love to hear it.
Hey, you know what? Here's something before we go.
Yeah.
Before we close, what's something that has never come in here that exists that you guys know is out there? Not one of one stuff. That
Right.
stuff.
Yeah. Like
Chance of
obviously.
that coming in is not good, but something that
Yeah.
exists that we've never had come in the store
Yeah,
before. 'Cause
sure.
I know what mine is.
What?
The tie-dye bricks. The 2x4
Oh,
tie-dye
the-
bricks.
yeah.
Back in, was it the
Grangemouth.
70s?
Yeah, the Grangemouth bricks.
would be
In
wild.
Ireland, was it?
Somewhere.
I think
there.
it was
I think it's
Ireland.
maybe UK.
Somewhere in the UK, they after hours they would mix different colors, plastics together,
Which is sick, but
and you would get these tie-dye bricks, and they're 2x4s, and they're out there, and people have them.
Oh yeah.
I remember when I first discovered them, they were in the $150 ballpark. I bet they're way higher.
oh
than
yeah,
that
I'm sure
now.
thousands of dollars.
That's something that hasn't come in
No,
yet.
never
but
seen
we
that.
will get one in. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
Well,
Yeah.
if
I don't
someone
think
if
we've
someone's
ever
watching,
had any of the metal like Star Wars figs either.
no.
The metal.
Again, those are very much
R2,
one of 5, one of
C-3POs, Boba
10,
Fett's.
one of 20. Like
Yeah.
those are incredibly
Yeah.
expensive.
I do know the
and
guy
rare.
who got the R2D2.
Yeah.
And he sold that.
I've seen a few of them.
He
in
told me how
person
much he
before.
sold it for. It was a lot of money.
Yeah, they're insane.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Well, thank y'all for watching this episode of Between the Studs. We hope you enjoyed. We came back with quite a big one here
Oh, yeah.
for the start of the new year. So, like we said, let us know down in the comments if there's stuff that you think we've never had in the store before, or what your favorite item is sitting here on the table. But thank y'all for joining us for this episode of Between the Studs. Please leave a like down below. It really helps us out. Consider subscribing to AtlBrickCo TV to get more awesome LEGO content. And we will see you next time on Between the Studs. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.
peace.